Well, hi, South Fellowship Church. My name is Ryan Paulson, and I'm the lead pastor here at South. And I'm sitting in Denver International Airport with Aaron Bjorklund, and we are heading over to Ivory Coast in Africa to help with a pastors and leaders conference over there. And we're really excited about the way God's going to move on this trip, but we also didn't want to miss the first Sunday of Advent there at South. And so, see, that's what Advent's all about. It's all about waiting, anticipating, preparing, because every human person waits. In fact, I would encourage you to write this down. Everybody waits. Waiting is a universal human reality, but waiting on God is an intentional choice. As I've thought about it, there's two challenges or roadblocks that we often have toward waiting intentionally on God. The first thing is that in order to wait intentionally, we need to release control. The second challenge we have in waiting is that we often wait for the wrong things. And if we're going to be people who wait intentionally and who wait intentionally on God, we're going to need to choose to say, God, we release control. This is in your court, but we also need to wait for the right thing. We need to wait for God, and we need to wait for His presence, and we need to prepare and anticipate and expect that He's going to meet us in the darkest of valleys and on the highest of mountains.
We are clear for the airport, so we'll be landing in about 5 minutes.
All right, you guys. Well, we spent about 23 hours traveling yesterday from Denver all the way to Abidjan here on Ivory Coast, and got a good night's sleep at the hotel and a great breakfast, and now we're ready for the 4-hour drive to Block A, and then we'll get to work. So here we go.
This year, we are joining with churches all around the globe by using lectionary passages to journey through this season of Advent. And we've chosen to use the passages from the prophet and poet Isaiah. And listen to what the prophet Isaiah prays. Oh, that you, oh God, that you would rend the heavens and come down. There's moments where we don't need an answer given to us. We need an arm around us. And what Isaiah is pointing out, and I'd encourage you to write this down, is that our deepest hope is God's fullest presence. Our deepest hope is God's fullest presence, or say it another way, God's fullest presence is humanity's deepest hope. What does that look like to wait well? To be a people who wait on God's presence well. One of the ways we wait well is by remembering God's past faithfulness. And people that wait well, they don't blame God for their sin. They come to God and they admit it. They confess it. So the first thing we do in waiting is we remember God's past faithfulness. The second thing we do is we admit our personal shortcomings. And third, they honestly voice their frustration and their disappointments. They say to God, God, I wish you'd come in at this moment and acted. I don't know why you didn't, but it feels like you're hiding. Write it down. The last way we wait well, according to Isaiah, is by reaffirming our dependence on God. There's two metaphors that Isaiah uses. One is that of a father, and we are his children. We're waiting on our Abba, on Papa God, to step in and to hold us. So where we've been so far, we've seen that really we're not looking for an answer from God. We're looking for an arm around us. That's our deepest longing, is God's fullest presence. And so what does that really look like? What does that look like on the ground? What does that look like in real life? Here's what it looks like. It means that we not only expect it, but that we enjoy God's presence when it shows up in those strange places. And then finally, that we not only expect it and we enjoy it, but we also are called to embody his presence. That one of the ways God shows up in the lives of believers is through other people who are followers of Jesus. Man, I just want to encourage you to start to expect, enjoy, and embrace God's presence with you. And so my prayer for us as a community of faith this Advent season is that we would wait intentionally, and that we would wait well, hoping, expecting, and anticipating God's presence in our life and in our church. We join with all followers of Jesus around the globe, and our prayer is, "O come, divine Messiah. O come, divine Messiah." The world in silence waits the day when hope shall sing its triumph, and when sadness flee away.